Welcome to City Roundup, brought to you by the City of Pensacola, with your host, Saida Rosa. City Roundup is your one-stop shop for everything having to do with the City of Pensacola. And now, Saida.
Happy Friday, Pensacola, and thanks for tuning in to City Roundup. I'm your host, Saida Rosa. We usually start off our show with a message from Mayor Grover Robinson, but he has been in Washington, D.C. for most of the week for the National League of Cities Congressional City Conference. Mayor Robinson has been meeting with key leaders of our area, including Congressman Matt Gaetz and Congressman Neil Dunn of Panama City, and Senator Marco Rubio. Make sure you're following the mayor on social media for important updates. All you have to do is search Pensacola Mayor on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Big things have been going on in the city and the mayoral transition team. On this episode of The Upside, hosts Vernon Stewart and Tanya Vaden talk about the final transition report, a new scholarship with ST Engineering, and tell us about the unique way Pensacola Police ended a standoff. Plus, a goodbye message from one of our hosts. Those topics and more coming up right now.
Welcome to The Upside, brought to you by the City of Pensacola, with your hosts, Vernon Stewart and Tanya Vaden. Also, special reporter Allie Norton. The Upside is here to bring you news, views, and activities from right here in Pensacola. And now The Upside with Vernon and Tanya.
Welcome back to another episode of The Upside. I'm your host, Vernon Stewart.
And I'm Tanya Vaden, and we're outside Pensacola City Hall to talk about the latest with the mayoral transition team.
That's right, Tanya. The report is in. On Monday, March 4th, Mayor Grover Robinson's transition team presented their final report and approved it. The 90-page report is now available online. Mayor Robinson said it will serve as a roadmap to develop a strategic plan for the city. The report includes a scope of review, key observations, recommendations, measurable achievement, and barriers from each of the 12 team members. The members have been collecting input from the community to create the report since the mayor took office in late November.
We have some great news for students in Escambia County who plan to pursue a career in aviation. There's a new scholarship thanks to ST Engineering. ST Engineering announced the creation of the Pensacola Mayor Scholarship, which will be awarded to 4 high school seniors each year. Each scholarship is $2,500 and can be used towards an accredited aviation college or an aviation-related technical school. The scholarship is funded completely by ST Engineering.
Pizza is good, right?
Absolutely.
Well, our Pensacola Police Department learned firsthand just how powerful the deliciousness of pizza can be. PPD posted this photo on their Facebook page on February 27th, and it's since gone viral. Those officers holding a pizza ended a standoff with the barricaded suspect by delivering him a pizza. This photo is a reenactment after the officers safely ended the incident. Great job, guys.
We have a time change to tell you about for the grand opening of the new Fire Station 3. The event will now be held at 4 p.m. on March 14th. We hope you will join us to celebrate the opening of the new Fire Station 3. We also hope you will join us for the opening of the new playground at Hitzman-Optimist Park. We'll be holding a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Saturday, March 16th at 10:30 a.m. The playground was designed to provide play experiences for people of all ages and abilities. We hope you will join us to celebrate the opening of this amazing and fun new playground.
Great news for the Pensacola Bay Ferry Service. The National Park Service and HMS Ferries, Inc. have signed a 10-year concessions contract to operate Pensacola Bay Cruises. Pensacola Bay Cruises has 2 150-passenger boats named Turtle Runner and Pelican Perch. They provide service between Pensacola, Pensacola Beach, and Fort Pickens. Our ferry terminal is scheduled to be complete by the time the service starts up again. The National Park Service says an official startup date, schedule, and prices will be announced soon.
Before we go, we have to tell you about this adventure-filled spring break opportunity. We're accepting registrations for our outdoor survival skills camp. It's March 18th through the 22nd. We'll be teaching about edible plants, fire starting, and shelter building. There will also be hiking trips, fishing excursions, and a fish fry. Register online at webtrack.cityofpensacola.com for this fun-filled week experience.
Well, Pensacola, that is all we have for you in this episode of The Upside. This is actually the last time that you will see me in front of this camera. Tanya, it's been a pleasure working with you.
Same here, Vernon.
Pensacola, it's been a pleasure serving you and bringing you as much information as we could. I am proud to have served this city, and I look forward to seeing the great work that will be done here. It's been a pleasure, and I know I won't see you next time, but Tanya will.
I'll see you next week.
This has been The Upside, brought to you by the City of Pensacola. Join us right here again next week for more of The Upside.
In this special edition of City Spotlight, we sit down and talk with Karl Lewis, a native Pensacolian and employee at ST Engineering. He tells us about why he chose a career in the aerospace industry and what made him want to be a part of ST Engineering.
Yeah, I'm from Pensacola. I was born and raised here in Pensacola, right on A in LaRue, on downtown. Right close, everybody knows Joe Patty Seafood. I'm not far from there at all. I didn't go to college, but I went to high school here in Pensacola named Biggs Vocational. That was back in 1975, and they had a program out at the Navy base, North. It was North back then at that time. And during that time and on that program, that's where I learned how to do my structural aircraft work at. I worked on helicopters out there. What really drew me to want to do sheet metal work, my dad did it out at the Navy base also. My dad was a good person, so I always wanted to follow in his footsteps. A friend of mine worked out here, and he told me about the place, the benefits. They had good insurance, 401ks, good pay, and that really brought me out here to try to get a job out here. I've been with ST 7 months. What I do here is open up the cargo area, and as the cargo area being opened up, they take all the flooring out, all the panels off the wall, and they inspect under everything, and after that's done, they find anything that's wrong, that structure-wise, I go in and fix a lot of the repairs that need to be done. So, you know how a kid always want to follow their dad, so I did. So he was a structural mechanic, now I am a structural mechanic.
For more episodes of The Upside and City Spotlight, visit our YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these messages.
Cooking with natural gas is more controlled than using an electric range. But more importantly, they're less expensive to operate. Don't get burned with electric. Learn more at PensacolaEnergy.com.
Welcome back, and now we turn to our green tip of the week. Buy in bulk. It reduces packaging. Less packaging reduces the use of raw materials, meaning less waste. Would you like to work for the City of Pensacola or know someone who would? We're hiring. This week's featured job is for an equipment operator. The person who fills this position will work in the operation of a variety of complex and heavy automotive equipment. To learn more about it and apply, visit PensacolaCityJobs.com. We'll be right back after this.
Natural gas dryers may cost a little more than electric ones, but they dry clothes quicker, making them cost half as much to run. So now who's getting taken to the cleaners? Learn more at PensacolaEnergy.com.
Natural gas homes are in demand. Here's what home builders have to say.
The natural gas cooking, as well as the fireplace and the atmosphere that you have on a really nice, well-designed lanai, you can entertain real well. It's very comfortable. People are real homey there. And we find the lanai to be a real design feature, along with having the natural gas to implement that.
Natural gas from Pensacola Energy, the clean, reliable, earth-friendly choice.
Some food for thought for your Friday. In this episode of Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, host John Scanlon from Pensacola Energy shows us how to use natural gas to make Fish Delish. and he has two special guests, Pensacola Energy Director Don Suarez and Mayor Grover Robinson.
On this episode of Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, we're making Fish Delish with two very special guests. Stick around and find out how it's done.
Welcome to Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
Hi, welcome to Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites. I'm your host, John Scanlon, and I'm joined in the kitchen by two very special guests. We have the Director of Pensacola Energy, Don Suarez, and the Mayor of Pensacola, Grover Robinson.
John, glad to be here with you today.
Absolutely, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show, both of y'all. I've been so excited to have it, to make this dish. And this is from the Angus restaurant. It used to be on Scenic Highway. This is Fish Delish, and it's from our cookbook, the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook, with 25 years of history in it, from a lot of older restaurants that aren't with us anymore, and a lot of ones that are still around. And it's basically just a showcase of all the restaurants that have been at the Fiesta Seafood Grill. All the recipes are in there, and all the proceeds go to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program. So, Mr. Suarez, how do you make this dish?
Well, one fillet at a time. First, we'll put a little salt and pepper on there, and while we're doing that, Mayor, if you can put about half that butter in the pan.
All right.
And I believe it's heating up some, yep, so we should be good there. So this is, we start with salt and pepper to taste on the fillets, like so.
It's going to come off.
And I like a lot of pepper, so hopefully you do too, Mayor.
Yeah, that'd be good. I do like a lot of butter, so that's good.
Yeah, well, we'll hit the butter hard here in a minute.
And we got grouper fillets for this, but you can also use triggerfish or snapper. Or you've cooked this before, Mr. Suarez?
I did. I cooked it this weekend with a black drum that I caught, and it was delicious. All right, we got our salt and pepper there nicely, and then we'll put some flour on here. Flour it up real good as that butter's melting. See if we can roll that pan around a little bit for us there, Mayor, and then we'll drop the fillet in there.
Got the butter all over it. We're looking good.
All right, let's see if we can get her cooking then. And then you want to brown the fillet nicely. Make it as it, as the fillet cooks from the bottom, the meat itself starts to turn opaque, and you realize it's starting to turn nice and brown. And then we'll flip it over and cook it a little more. And at that time, we'll take the fillet out and we'll prepare the crab meat, because this dish has crab meat on top of the cooked fillet, and it's absolutely delicious.
Like I said, this is from the Angus, and unfortunately they're no longer in business. And they were located on Scenic Highway, and that used to be just a great little corridor of just fantastic restaurants. And it kind of went away for a while. We still have Jerry's Cajun Drive-In, the Scenic Diner. We have all these great restaurants, but now we have more coming. I mean, the old Hunan's is now a restaurant, and again, it's being such a great place where you can go get just delicious food any night of the week.
Well, East Pensacola Heights is a great neighborhood, and so there's a lot of good things happening there. Like you said, Calvert's come back from Hunan's. There are a few other things. They're there, so we got a few. Tell me when we're ready to go.
I think we cook it a little longer yet.
Okay,
I think
all right.
Get it nice and brown on one side. Everybody likes to know their fish is done, I think.
That's what they always ask me about the sushi. I was like, I like to make sure my fish is it's dead. So we're going to make sure it's cooked fully here. But no, East Pensacola Heights is a great area. Angus certainly was a great restaurant that anchored that down for a long time, but now the CVS, but still a lot of things over there in East Pensacola Heights. It's amazing to see all the housing that's going up over there. So hopefully we're selling a lot of gas.
We are. We're doing well
new
there.
houses, so that's good. And we certainly hope you've got your gas. It's always better to cook with that, so it's always good.
Absolutely. I have some great memories from that Angus restaurant, and I'm sure you do, since you grew up over that area.
Absolutely.
I know you do.
Absolutely. We always loved the Marina Oyster Barn that's right there, and as you said, Jerry's Drive-In, a lot of good East Pensacola Heights places to eat.
And Pensacola's had a lot of great Greek-influenced restaurants, and that was certainly one of them that we'll all miss for a long time. But you can enjoy it by taking advantage of this recipe.
Yeah, get the cookbook. It's kind of like they said, like when you were saying all those the artist, when they die, that becomes more valuable now that the restaurants are gone. This book's the only way you can get the Fish Delish, so you need to be sure that you get the cookbook.
And you can get the cookbook at PensacolaEnergy.com, or you can give us a call at 850-474-5300 or 436-5050. And the book is $15, and all the proceeds do go to the Scam Utility Assistance Program that helps the elderly and the disabled pay their utility bills.
I think we can turn it now there, Mayor.
All right.
If it's too big, I can help you with one here. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful.
There we go.
Oh, that's just right.
Yes, it is.
And now your wife's, you're going to get my wife thinking I'm supposed to be cooking all the time.
Well, we all need a backup plan.
Telling you, if this comes out too good, I'm going to start having to cook a lot. So, I got to get it all chopped up beforehand. If you could chop it up for me, it'd be real easy. Then that'd be easy.
That's why I pick simple recipes.
I like it.
Not a lot of chopping to do.
I like it. Well, good. Well, that's good. Well, hopefully, if you're out there watching us, like I said, we hope you have natural gas from Pensacola Energy. So we certainly think that it's the best way to cook on. It helps you the best way, keep an even temperature and everything else. So
that's right.
We certainly like cooking with gas.
As we say in the gas industry, 9 out of 10 professional chefs cook with gas and prefer natural gas, and nobody can find the 10th. He's out of business apparently. So there's no doubt about it. It's the right way to go for professional cooking.
Well, good.
Okay, I think we're about there, Mayor. Why don't we put that right here?
All right. I'm getting hungry.
Yes, sir. Now,
all right, we have the grouper already fixed up and prepared. Now we just have to make the crab meat topping. What's the process with this?
Well, it's pretty simple, Mayor. If you'll put the rest of the butter in there for us.
All right, that's good.
And then we'll add a little bit of garlic. I always like to add the garlic in the hot butter to cook just a little bit, just a minute or two before we add the crab meat. We'll add after the butter and the garlic, we'll add crab meat, dill, lemon juice, and mix that up good. And then we'll use that as a topping on top of the grilled, or rather the pan-fried. Is it grouper or triggerfish?
This is grouper.
Grouper.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it looks mighty good, that's for sure.
And it's from the looks of it, it's a pretty easy recipe, and a lot of the recipes in the cookbook are really simple. I'm not a chef by any means, and I've cooked multiple dishes, and like Mayor Robson was saying, my wife expects it a little more now, and I take a little bit of pride in it as well, because it does come out really easy, and it's a lot of simple dishes in there.
All right, that's looking good.
Garlic, yeah.
Yeah, man. Crab meat.
All right.
We'll stir that around a little bit, and I'll add some lemon juice.
All right.
And this is dill. You know, you can buy dill weed. I bought some at Winn-Dixie. I don't know what you use it for other than making pickles, but this certainly is one interesting use of it. It sounds kind of odd on type of fish, but as long as you don't use too much, it's delicious.
It smells
if you
good.
use too much, it's pickled fish.
Well, we're going to spread it around here.
Yeah, just stir it up real good there and get the crab meat good and coated with the butter mixture.
Tell you what, it's smelling good with garlic and dill and all the things we put in there, the crab.
Yeah. And you don't cook crab meat too long, so that will probably do it there, Mayor.
All right, pour it on top.
Let's spoon a little bit on top there. I'm afraid if we pour it, we may get too much there.
I mean, that's good right there. I was just going to put it all over it. I was going to smatter, cover, smother, all of it. But that looks good.
And I tell you, this is a rich dish, so you don't need a lot to go with it, but it is delicious. There we go. And that is Fish Delish.
Excellent. And again, you can get that out of the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook. Give us a call at Pensacola Energy at 436-5050. Order one today. Again, I want to thank Mr. Suarez for being on the show and Mayor Robinson. It is such a pleasure.
Pleasure to be here. Don, thank you for having me out here.
Appreciate you helping us cook today.
Absolutely. That's good. That's good. And always remember, get your gas, Pensacola Energy. So we want to show you good ways to cook.
Absolutely.
This has been Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
That's all we have for this episode of City Roundup. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you same place, same time next week.
This has been City Roundup with Saida Rosa. City Roundup is the City of Pensacola's one-stop shop for everything having to do with Pensacola. Join us again each Friday at 8 a.m. for more of City Roundup.